Good morning, everybody. I'm Brandon Gordon Gab of GabGames.com. And this is City Skyline. And I'm here to talk to you about gaming addiction. I know you're about to be like, I know the motherfucker that game all day is not about to lecture me about video gaming and gaming addiction. Yes, I am. There's a hobby, there's a pastime, then there's addiction. Difference between a pastime and a hobby is pastime. I do it just to pass the time. We could use somebody that likes sports. I play basketball to pass the time. A hobby, every time I have free time, I play basketball. An addiction, I went to church in my basketball shorts because I'll cross the preacher up. Ball is life. Actually, an addiction costs you. It costs you things. For some people, basketball is worth their family. You don't spend time with your family. All you do is go hoop. Put the ball down and spend some time with your family. You don't get it, woman. Basketball is life. Ball is life. What does that even mean? Means that ball is life. I heard that, but what does it mean? You'll never get it. Ball is life. If you walk out that door, we're done. Ball is life. There's a difference between an addiction, a hobby, and a pastime. But I'm here to talk to you about video game addiction. For me, game is life. For the most part, the only thing that interrupts my gaming, depending on how much I've been gaming, is my woman, my daughter. I work for a living, gotta make the money. But my woman, my daughter. Two things that I'd happily let sometimes pull me from the game. And I only say sometimes because, some people just are dicks. It's one thing to ignore a person, and it's another when you only want their attention because you're not getting it. You're a dick if that's you. Uh, we live in an age right now where gaming addiction is at an all-time high. For a while, the gaming community got off drugs. Thank the Lord. But gaming addiction isn't new. You may think it is, but it's not. Arcades used to have a lot of gaming addicts. Mom, grown ass people. Mom, Dad, I need quarters. Give me your quarters. Punch you in the face, you don't give me some fucking quarters. Throw a lot of money away at arcade. When the arcade died, home consoles took over. It stabilized people for a long time until microtransactions. Hey, we can sell the drugs right to their house. We don't have to send them to the store. We send it right to their house. And microtransaction gaming is what creates addicts. And again, I will point fingers. It's women's fault. Why they say you don't let a woman get a hold of your hobbies, they'll ruin it. She ruined it. The woman ruined it. Woman and a small little game called Candy Crush. Let me turn this down. Candy Crush was the first game to popularize microtransactions. I need some lives. Accept my request for some lives. Man, I'm not. Send me another fucking Candy Crush request. I will break your fucking computer. Fine. I'll just buy them. You're not supposed to be buying lives. That's not how gaming works. Uh-huh. No, it's not. You can't tell me shit. I play games all day, every day. That's not how it works. Uh-huh. And Candy Crush and women created the wave of microtransactions that we know today. So they attacked the women first, and then they attacked the children. Because after Candy Crush, the next big sensation was, y'all can say it, Fortnite, creating kid addicts. Mama, look, mama, look. I'll do the dishes today. I'll take out the trash, and I'll cut the lawn, mama. Mama, look, hear me out. I just need some VC. I need some V-Bucks. Mama. I massage your feet, mama. When kids start offering to massage your feet, that's a sign of addiction. So they attacked the women, got them hooked on Candy Crush. Candy, another code, a slang for drugs. Then got the kids hooked on it. Dad's been holding out for a good time. But those kids grew into teenagers. And they took that drug addiction into teenagehood. Mama, look. I'm not paying. I'm not giving you any more damn V-Bucks. You need to get off that shit. Not on V-Bucks no more, mama. Mama, I promise. I changed my life around. I'm into sports now. I need some VC. The fuck is VC? Virtual credits. Same damn thing as V-Bucks. No, V-Bucks start with VB. This is VC. They attack the teams. Apex Legends is their attempt at hooking adults. That's why I quit. Because I literally hit a point where they separated me. Like, they separated me with a paywall, a literal wall. I was talking about it before the match. Playing Kings Canyon. Top 5 team. I think I made it to like top 3. Then they separated me from the other teams with a wall in front of me. Literal paywall. Because I'm not going to pay. It used to be a day where gaming used to have to be good to win games. Now, here's how they trick you. They like, no, the cosmetics don't have any effects on, your gameplay. Which is true. So technically they're not lying. But spending that money gets you the high. They give you a buff for you to win. So you can get the high of winning. I was looking at a clip show the other day, and I'm like, everybody in these clips have heirlooms and or $100 skins. Go to some of your favorite clips and tell me how much you think they spent on their account. And all of a sudden, they got these spectacular clips. I won't pay for pussy. I'm not paying for wins. So the skins don't matter. But dropping that money give you the buff. Why? I dropped $20 for a high of winning. Right? $20 give you the high of winning. After that $20 run out, you might lose your next 4 matches in a row. Horribly. A hard crash. Like, damn, I need to drop another 20. That 20 ran out. I need to drop another 20. Hey, I suck your dick for $20 so I could buy me some V-Bucks, some Apex coins, some VC. You are officially a crackhead. So don't let them tell you gaming addiction ain't real. I'm a hardcore gamer. All I do is fucking game. I work, I game. But I'm not a drug addict. I live in the hood. I've seen a crackhead. I know a crackhead. And when you spending money on a high, there's no way I'm supposed to be spending money on a game that I pay $80 for. I'm gonna use sports games right now. These games are supposed to be competitive based games. I already put 2K on blast. NBA 2K 2011 killed the NBA 2K franchise. They put them on blast. Relive Michael Jordan's greatest moments. Unless the game put me in a position to take a last second shot, how will I ever come down to taking that last second shot? The game literally, they like, you're not about to lose this match. They set me down for 2 quarters and simulated through the rest of the game just so I could take the last second shot. Now, if NBA 2K could sit me for 2 quarters to have the outcome of the game they want, why the fuck am I not paying them per match to play? They have control. That's why I take every time I play 2K, I put it on casual mode. Y'all better start learning to take that shit off of simulation. Because simulation, you have not. It's nothing but crunching numbers. You have no effect on the outcome of that game. But imagine a game that set me from 2 quarters just so that I have a last second shot, charging me money. When they determine the outcome of the fucking match. That's a drug addiction. That's an addiction. You don't want to see the truth. The truth is, we live in a time right now where they stop putting out full games just to charge you microtransactions, just to sell you drugs, just to sell you piece by piece. You know, they want to talk about gaming addiction and politics, but they never talk about going after the drug dealers. You know? Gotta go after the drug dealer in order for a change to happen. And right now, your kids, your wife, your husband, depending on personality, will be hooked on drugs until these companies are held accountable. Say, I'll never play a competitive game that has microtransactions ever again. I played Apex Legends for 5 years. 6 years, technically. You know. And for 6 years, for 5 of those 6 years, I operated off of one battle pass, which I bought Season 3. Season 1 didn't have a battle pass. Season 2, I'm like, I'm not even sure I'm going to be in this game long enough. Season 3, I bought a battle pass. $20. You complete a battle pass, you make enough coins back in order to buy another battle pass. And you save like 2 coins per battle pass, which add up to get you extra shit eventually one day. A lot of parents don't even know that because they don't pay attention to their kids' spending habits. Buy your kid a battle pass, they complete a battle pass, they should have enough money to pay for a battle pass. But a lot of parents aren't fucking active in their kids' lives to even teach them that fucking, to teach them that financial habit. Don't spend your coins. At the end of when you complete your battle pass, you could buy another one if you don't spend your coins. Save your money. But no, they let the game turn them into crackhead. Mama, 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 mama. Daddy, daddy, look. Look, daddy, daddy, look. Listen to me, dad. Dad. I will help you change your engine. I will rebuild your engine, Dad, for some V-Bucks. I don't even want a lot of V-Bucks. I will fix your car and change your engine for $20. Crackhead prices, son. You addicted to drugs? How many parents hear it? Mama, mama, daddy, daddy. Listen to me. Listen, daddy, daddy, mama, mama, look. Today is Wednesday. I know I get my allowance on Friday, but, but, I need an advance on my allowance. They just dropped a new season, and I want. Now you gotta treat your kid like a crackhead. They don't get no money until the job done. You finish that job first. Take the money and run out on you. Like a crackhead. Gaming addiction is real. And I told you, I game. It's what I do. It's my hobby. It's my pastime. Gaming is life. No, the only thing I don't put over gaming is my money, my daughter, and depending if we live together or not, my woman. Depending. You know? Because look, I'm not about to. I could, and I will eventually, lay up and hug up with you and watch Bad Girls Club if that's what you into. But if you think I'm going to lay up with you and watch Bad Girls Club all day, every day, I got my own hobbies. Matter of fact, I put on my headphones, put the TV under that TV, and we could lay up. You watch Bad Girls Club, I'll game. If you don't want to be in separate rooms. So I don't want to hear bitches argue all day. I don't even want to hear that shit in real life. Yet alone think that shit entertaining. That ignorance not for me. But I don't spend money on games I own. Like, unless it's DLC. And then there's a fine line between DLC and DLC and skins type shit. You know, expansion packs and DLC. It's a fine line in there to determine what gets my money. I'll spend it on that, but I'm not spending it on V-Bucks. I'm not spending it on VC. You get VC for playing the game. You know, motherfuckers like, man, I work 1 billion hours a week and I only get a few hours to game. You know, so I don't got time to be putting in the effort into my builds. So I buy VC to make builds. You don't got time to play. And you playing against people that got time to play all the time. But you're good enough to come in there and just bust some ass. Niggas put time and effort into their skills, into their effort, into their game. But you, somebody who works 1 billion hours that don't have time to play, you're just that good. You're not that good. They're selling you the crack. Buy the VC. All of a sudden, you won 6 matches in a row. But you got little Pookie and them down the street who ain't got no job, who ain't got no life, that sit in game all day. Then you got people like me who work, make an honest living, you know, but I'm still a gamer, so I come home and I game after work, and I game for hours and hours and hours. You're still better than me. But you work 1 billion gajillion hours, don't have time to play. You're better than those two groups of people. Somebody's a little bit off that. They're smoking that shit to believe that. And that's before you get to the people that want to play, that believe they can play professionally and competitively. And that's before you reach that. But you like, yeah, I'm out here busting everybody's ass. So I just dropped $100 in VC. Now, you don't believe me. If you drop $100 on a product, what are you gonna say? This shit better work. You feel entitled. It better work. Now imagine dropping $100 in a competitive video game. You like, I better win. When you believe you're supposed to win because you dropped the money. How the fuck is that competitive? I better win. I just put so much money into this game. Because that's just people mentality. Creating crackheads. Now people be crackheads. Y'all don't even want to admit y'all crackheads. The first stage is admitting you have a problem. I game all day. I know the difference. Go ahead. Search Apex Legends Clip Show. Or Apex Legends Clips. Matter of fact, you can go to any game that has microtransaction. Type in clips. And I guarantee you, people that you like, they spend some money on that shit. Imagine, hear me out here. Y'all don't believe y'all motherfuckers crackheads? Here's the dumbest shit I've seen. NBA 2K is $80. The average game price of any game is $80. Right now. That's the average price without tax. $79.99. But motherfuckers out here paying $100, an extra $20 for VC. Why are you paying $100 for a game that's $80? You don't, like, what? You don't get nothing special but VC. You gonna get the whole NBA roster? Now that's supposed to come with the game. It's called NBA 2K. How the fuck are you not getting all the players? Y'all pay money for I'll be damned if I pay money for something that's not, like, I paid full price for it. I bought a car, full price, in cash. Then they like, drop an extra $20, you get some AC. What? What you mean the car ain't got AC? That's extra. Like you could buy the base model, or you could buy the luxury model. What's the difference? The luxury model got ass warmers. That's it. Thought this shit was gonna suck my dick while I was driving. Gaming addiction is real, people. And I'm the biggest gaming advocate you probably could find. Parents, how many of your kids came up to you? Mama, look, mama. I rub your feet, mama. I rub your back, mama. Matter of fact, you broke. You know, mama be like, nah, daddy be like, nah, y'all broke. Y'all ain't got no money. Grandma. Listen here, Grandma. For $20, I'll go get the Bengay and rub it on your knees and the arthritis cream. Now rub it on your Grandma. You like that, don't you? You like that, don't you, old lady? Need that money. Crackheads. Crackheads. And you're like, oh, you know, it's just video games. Today is video games. Matter of fact, it can still be video games tomorrow. Right now, it's the difference between, you know, standing up for what's right. It's the difference between your son rubbing Bengay and arthritis cream on grandma's knees and them sucking dick. Today is arthritis cream. Tomorrow they sucking dick for VC. There's no way you should pay full price for a game and still have to pay just to enjoy the game. Now again, there's DLC and expansion packs. DLC and expansion packs are different from in-game virtual credits. In-game virtual credits buy you bullshit you don't need. Imagine if they're like, hey, if you want this block to grow, I need $20. I'd be like, fuck this game. The whole point is to grow a fucking city. But you're going to charge me extra to do what the game's supposed to do. Fuck out of here. We don't get it together now. The future looks bleak. Today is mama, daddy, please. Tomorrow, they beating somebody's dick off in the car for some VC. Trust me. I've been there. Not beating somebody's dick off. You know how many times I came up to my girlfriend when I was poor, or not that I'm rich, but when I ain't had no money, baby, please. Listen here, baby. I give you, that's how I end up with my daughter. I give you a back massage and I rub your feet, suck on your toes. You get me the new 2K, boo. Now I got a baby. Now I got a 17-year-old kid. Like my boo thing, I just ended up buying a dress for my boo thing. Cause she like, you want Grand Theft Auto 6? I'll buy you Grand Theft Auto 6. I wasn't gonna buy it. I wasn't planning on buying it. I like to let the hype die down. Grand Theft Auto got something to prove to me before I buy Grand Theft Auto. But I'll get into that in a second. You know? And now I find myself buying dresses and shit because she about to buy me GTA 6. Sounds absurd. But how many women have, held a video game over their man's head to get what they want? Right now, ladies, right now, tell your man, I'll buy you some VC if you eat my pussy. Watch how fast he give you some head. If he drop on his knees and give you some head, he's a crackhead. He's a crackhead prostitute. He is a crackhead prostitute. You know how many girls can sleep with your man just by buying him VC? If a bitch wants your man, all she got to do is say, I'll buy you some VC. Because he's a crackhead prostitute. That's why I don't date women who's all about the money. Because some man will buy your bitch. Your bitch will cheat for some money. That's called a hoe. It's called the prostitute. That bitch go to the highest bidder. Matter of fact, she don't just go to the highest bidder. She go to the highest bidder, the second highest bidder, third highest, and whoever got money. It's called a hoe. You just don't know your man's price. If he's a gamer, 90% of males play sports games to begin with. Because peer pressure. You're a pussy if you play Final Fantasy. You're a pussy if you play anything else other than sports game. You a bitch ass nigga. And that's the peer pressure that keep these games in business to begin with. That's a different conversation. But more than likely, good morning. I'm alright. How you feel? Good to hear. I'm okay on my rant this morning about video game addiction. I'm not offering to rub feet and suck toes for money for video games. I'm not addicted. It's a hobby. But back to what I was saying. Everybody has a price for something, right? What is your man's or your girl like? It goes worse if you got a girl that's into gaming. Well, it's slightly different. because she can turn her gaming into addiction into her OnlyFans. It's like a clean OnlyFans for girls. All they got to do is just be pretty enough to be on camera, and they build a big following, and people are sending them money. It's a clean OnlyFans. It's a PG-13 OnlyFans. All they got to do is make it. Oh. You know, the sound effects. And they got the people hooked. Slightly different for girls, but it's still video game addiction. She's still selling her femininity for that video game money, that VC money. Oops. Oh my. You know? But video game addiction is real. It's real, son. It's real. People don't want to admit, but it's true. It's true, it's true, it's true. Gotta look at the signs of a crackhead. Don't sleep. Do they sleep? Don't sleep. Don't eat. Only one hyperfixation. And they always need money to supply their product, their problems, their habit. Now, all gaming isn't video game addiction. Now, let me help y'all understand the difference between the hobbies and the addiction. If you're playing a competitive game, a game that's supposed to be competitive, and you have to pay a microtransaction to even play, unfortunately, you may be in a bad position. You're in a bad neighborhood. This is why I don't play Apex anymore. It is blatant that because I'm not paying in, I'm not buying into this game, like $20. $20 in season 3 lasts me all the way. Like right now, if I re-download Apex, I got enough Apex coins to buy me a battle pass. People were completing the battle pass too much, cutting into profits, so they did a split season, a split battle pass. If you don't complete this battle pass within so much days, or before the split ends, then you lose out. Versus they're giving you the whole season because it was cutting into their profits. But I got money, I got coins saved up right now to buy a battle pass from the battle pass I completed. Because you make your money back. But I refuse to because I'm not buying in. I'm not buying heirloom shards, and I'm not buying Apex packs to get prestige skins and heirlooms. They're like, fuck you. They paying. You don't believe it's the money? How many average people have you seen at any tournament? ALGS and shit like that. It's always sponsored teams. No normal team of just people that hardcore gamers that play are in these tournaments. You have to have a sponsor to back you because they need that sponsorship money. Even though they're supposed to be sponsoring the fucking tournament. When was the last time you've been heard of a tournament? Apex tournament. And I only use them because, again, it's, you know, that was my game of choice. Last time you even heard of an Apex tournament? Not never. Bullshit is bullshit. Now, let's go back into the difference. First of all, if it's competitive and you gotta pay, it's bullshit. Imagine LeBron James not getting any fouls because he didn't pay the ref battle pass. It's as simple as that visual. LeBron James never get a foul because he didn't buy the battle pass. The refs look the other way every time. I ain't see shit. I ain't see shit. But every time Draymond Green touched the ball, beep beep, check on whoever's guarding him. Like what? He bought the battle pass. Draymond Green is not that good, but he bought the battle pass. That's the equivalent of buying a battle pass. That's the equivalent. It's the refs one-sided because you didn't pay any money. And then once everybody is paying money, who paid the most money? They're protected. You paid the most money, you're protected. Then it's no longer a competitive game of basketball. It's a competitive game of big bang, take little bang. But we're not talking about teams being able to buy a team, owners of teams being able to buy a team. We're talking about players on the court. The refs just on the sideline. No. Who gave us the most money? Brian Scalabrine. He about to have 30 points tonight. Then everybody else points fall under Brian. Nobody has more points than Brian Scalabrine tonight. But if somebody gets hot out there, we hit them with 3 fast fouls and sit them for 2 quarters. Beep! What the fuck? You thought you were better than the White Mamba. Sit your bitch ass down. This is how competitive games are played now. It's no longer a game of skills. Big bang, take little bang. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I work hard to hold on to my money. especially when I know I'm better than the field. But this is the agenda that has been pushed for years. If you want, how cold and hard do you want these facts? You want cold, hard facts from bitches, because a lot of sports games, a lot of competitive games are aimed at males. We're going to say males. Sometimes mainly males of color. But I'm not going to get that deep into it. It's aimed at males. For the past how many years, we've been hearing songs like "Money Make Me Come." I ain't messing with no broke nigga. I ain't saying she a gold digger. She ain't messing with no broke nigga. You know? So it's been implanted in a lot of people's head that in order to get anything, you have to spend money. You can't get a good woman without spending money. You can't be good at something you work hard at without spending money. A good woman don't need your money because she got her own. That's what makes her a good woman. I don't need to spend mine on her. She got her own. We just spend on each other because we care about each other. I don't need to buy wins because I'm good. A good game don't need to sell you microtransactions because their game is good enough that people gonna buy it anyway. Skyrim. People love Skyrim. They will rebuy a remastered version of Skyrim so fast. No microtransactions needed. I love me some Cyberpunk 2077. They drop another DLC today. I'm buying it today because it's good. The Sims, even though they do have a free version, The Sims has been largely, a game. They drop tons of DLC. I've spent over $800 on The Sims 4 since it's dropped. We're going to say over $400 if I bought every expansion pack that I got in half. I spent about $400 because it's a good game. No microtransactions needed. Good practices bring in the money. The Sims don't need microtransactions. Now this goes into expansion packs, DLCs, and what's a waste of money and what's not. Anything that's just skins is a waste of money. Anything that don't improve gameplay is a waste of money. Let's see. VC in NBA 2K is a waste of money. You spend full price on a game. The VC you can learn in game you can earn in game just by playing the game. What's the point of me buying VC? It don't improve nothing about the game. It's not like a DLC for 2K could look like I get the Monstars from Space Jam. That's DLC. right? It don't necessarily improve the quality of the game. It don't necessarily bring or add anything to the game. But to be able to play as these characters would be cool enough, right? Like cool enough. But it don't change the gameplay. It don't bring a different quality of life to the game. Now, if an expansion pack in that regards would be the Space Jam DLC. That's an expansion pack. We could turn that into an expansion pack. Not only do you get the Monstars, you get the Toon Squad, and you get an arcade mode and a mini story. That's an expansion pack. Just the arcade mode alone, what it adds to gameplay. It adds a different mode to the life of the game. And the story is a plus. So that's an expansion pack. That's DLC. You know, that's an expansion pack versus just content, versus just a character pack. Dead by Daylight walks that pretty well. They have each character pack they have works as an expansion pack. Each character, whether survivor or killer, adds new perks to the game. You know, but they do have skins and stuff that's like you don't really need to buy the skins, but you can if you want. If you want to change Chucky to the Bride, you know, the good guy to the Bride, then you have to buy the skin for the Bride. But it don't change. It don't. The Bride don't come with perks. She don't come with her own animations. I don't think she might come with her own voice line, but she don't come with perks. She don't come with none of that shit. So it's just skin. It's not an expansion pack. The Sims do expansion packs. They don't sell skins. You know, every game mode, everything that they sell, Get to Work, Get Famous, the Supernatural pack, adds to the gameplay. You got skill trees, you got new ways to play, you know, you got new storylines, you have new things that add to the world. Like right now, there's so much stuff in The Sims I haven't touched. And I spent over $400 and something at the least. I spent over $400 on DLC. At the very least. So I got like 30 something packs. I got 30 something, you know, I spent a lot of money. Like I said, at the least, if I bought everything at half price, I've still spent $400. But right now, if I download The Sims, I could play The Sims for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. I could put The Sims on the PS4 Pro and just have that console just for The Sims. That's expansion packs done right and DLC done right. Good games get the money irregardless. Let's see what's a game that don't do DLC right. $2K. I'm gonna go back to 2K. I'm gonna keep beating 2K with a stick until 2K die. What quality of life does the headband? Does a $4 headband give to the video game? What quality of life does $20 fake virtual shoes bring to the video game? What quality of life Does it does buying a fake jersey in game brings to it? The answer is none. The answer is none. But people spend. Where's my phone? Give me my phone. Ah, my phone dead. I didn't put it on the charger last night. I'll give you some real hard numbers and facts for that ass. At the very least, NBA 2K makes $80 million every year. No exaggeration. In the first week, $80 a pop at the base version. $80 a pop, base version. 1 million copies every year. Was 80 times a million? 80 million. I'm not making these numbers up. This is real fucking life. And they on NBA 2K, what, 26 right now? Working on 27? That's 27 years. Technically 26 years of bringing in $80 million a year. And they still got the nerve to charge you for a headband in video game? 26 years of making no less than $80 million a year in a week. That's the first week sales. And they talking about we need more money, give us money for VC. Y'all niggas sucking dick out there for VC. And they making $80 million a year. Easy. And y'all still throwing more money at them here. Here's some more money. They give you the same game. Every year, make $80 million off of it. Easy. Every year. Talking about we need more money. What y'all doing? Y'all blowing it all on coke? They got real drug habits, so they turning y'all into virtual crackheads. Supply their drug habits. Fuck you mean you need more money? And that's just first week sales. That's pre-sales. They'll sell 1 million copies in pre-sales before they release the fucking game at $80 a pop. It's about we need some more money. The fuck y'all doing with y'all money? Coke and hookers? Every year. Man, if y'all don't get that shit the fuck about my face, turning your kids into crackheads, and they make $1 million every year, $80 million easy before the game even fucking drop. Before anybody could play, they make $80 million. Come on, we need more money? Man, y'all suck my dick. They drug dealers turning your kids into crackheads. Then the drug dealers got their own coke problem. What the fuck is this shit? And don't nobody want to take a stand on this shit? At least The Sims been out for 10 years. One game. I'll never buy another NBA 2K, and I used to play 2K crazy. Then the year they started doing microtransactions, all of a sudden I can't win shit. So I'm not gonna buy no fucking. I'm not paying. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? Good. What is the latest NBA 2K?
The latest game in the franchise is NBA 2K26, which was released in September.
Shut up. I just asked one thing. How much money this year have NBA 2K26 made? Wait. How many copies this year of NBA 2K26 was sold?
As of May 2026, NBA 2K26 has sold over 10 million units worldwide. As of May 2026, NBA 2K26 has sold over 10 million units worldwide.
10 million units worldwide. Now we're going to go with the base version of NBA 2K. How much is 10 million times $80?
$10 million times $80 is equal to $800 million. $800 million. 10 million times $80 is equal to $800 million. $800 million.
$800 million without microtransactions. How much money have NBA 2K26 made in microtransactions?
Take-Two Interactive does not disclose exact dollar amounts for specific game microtransactions, but they confirmed that NBA 2K26 generated record recurrent consumer spending, their term for microtransactions, through early 2026, with spending growing about 10% year over year. Historically, the franchise brings in well over $1 billion annually from these in-game purchases alone.
They make $800 million just off the game, and then they bring in $1 billion in revenue a year that's not connected to selling the game. This is microtransaction. They make over $1 billion. Historically, the franchise brings in well over $1 billion annually from these in-game purchases alone. $800 million. They bring $1,800 million. Why the fuck does NBA 2K need your money? Why the fuck do they need to charge you microtransactions? $800 million? And they talking about we need to charge microtransactions? We're not making enough money. $800 million a year. 1 second. What's 800 million times 26?
$800 million times 26 is 20 billion 800 million. 20 billion 800 million.
20 billion 800 million. Give or take. We'll take off that 800 million, right? 20 billion. 20 billion in 26 years. Because we're going to say, let's say the first 2-3 years, they struggled a little bit. So we take off 800 million for that first 2-3 years when they had to compete with Live. 800 billion? 20 million, 20 billion, right? What was 820 billion? 800 million. $20 billion. And they talking about we ain't making enough money. We need to charge microtransactions. Somebody lock these niggas up. They turning your kids into drug addicts and they already got $20 billion in their pockets. But y'all too hooked on a product. Oh no, man. You can't take my 2K, man. You can't take my 2K. How much have Grand Theft Auto 6 made in pre-sales?
Data from market research firm Newzoo, Grand Theft Auto 6 generated an estimated $260 million globally in digital pre-sales during its first week of availability. While social media rumors claimed pre-orders reached $1 billion, analysts have debunked those reports as inaccurate.
So, the official data says they made $260 million on a game that's been delayed 3 years and still haven't came out yet. $260 million on a game that has not came out yet. And that's official numbers. $260 million has been made on something that's not out yet. To say, oh, it's just 2K, right? No, it's just 2K. You want to know how much of your crackhead money has went into Fortnite? Since release, how much money has Fortnite made?
Since its release in 2017, Fortnite has generated an estimated $40 billion to $43 billion in lifetime revenue. The free-to-play title consistently brings in roughly $5 billion.
$40 billion to $43 billion in lifetime revenue. And it's a free-to-play game. A free game in its lifetime made $40 billion. But your kids ain't crackheads. But your kids ain't crackheads. How do you pay for something free to begin with? Like, oh, I got a free car for you. Really? How much? $1,000. I got a free car for you. I'll take it. That'll be $1,000. But your kids ain't crackheads. But you know why? Because you don't want to admit that you a crackhead, mama. How much money did Candy Crush make?
Candy Crush has generated over $20 billion in lifetime revenue since its launch in 2012. The game
$20 billion. 2012 was the end of the world. Candy Crush is the first game that kicked it off. $20 billion. Because you can't tell a woman shit. You're not supposed to pay for lives. They charge you for winter ear in your tires. No, they didn't. You're supposed to buy winter ear. Nah, you're supposed to make sure your tires are, filled with the correct PSI and shit, but there's no such thing as winter ear. Bullshit. I bought winter ear. There is. Then her and her friends all bought winter ear. And their friends all bought winter ear. All because you can't tell a motherfucker shit. Candy Crush was the first free-to-play game to actually break the threshold of revenue. They attacked the women, then they attacked the children. And now they're trying to attack the male, the adult male, but they can't at the moment because adult males grew up on gaming. When I say the adult male, males like me grew up on gaming. So we know the difference. But 2 generations from now, if we don't get this shit together right now, fellas, ladies and gents, it's going to look completely different. When my generation dies off, maybe my kids' generation, because now I had this conversation with my daughter all the fucking time. She might get some Robux. She's not really into Fortnite, but Roblox, I'm like, But again, this is why so many teens, male teens, pay for VC and 2K. They didn't have a man in the house. A lot of people that play sports games don't have a man in the house. That's why it's easy for their friends to challenge their manhood. Because they don't have a man in the house. You less manly if you're a pussy. Because they don't have a man in the house, so they got to prove their manhood. It's the only way they know how. But, again, this is why, the teens. There's games like Apex that attack the upper masculine, the older masculine. Apex and Warzone. But by this point, most older gamers, they let that shit go. Like me, I'm not playing Apex. They got a Cyberpunk event right now going on that I want to jump in so bad. But the price, it's a $300 price limit. Or it's like $150 to $200 to buy enough Apex packs to complete the event. If people dropping $200 to buy everything in the event, they expect to win. And I'm not going to be your punching bag because I refuse to drop $200 to buy Apex packs, to buy everything in the event. I'm not going to be your punching bag. About $200 because they don't give you enough Apex packs no matter how much you play because they limit the number of packs you get per, free packs you get per. So you gotta drop the coins in order to complete the event. I'm not dropping $300 every event. I'm just not. And those people that put the money in will be like, after $150, $200, I had better win, or else I'm not going to spend that type of money again. So in order to keep these crackheads coming back buying the crack, they give them the high of winning. I just spent $30 worth of VC, which is a lot to some people at that age, because a lot of, NBA 2K players are between the ages of 13 and 18. They don't have a job. So $20, $30 is a lot of money to them. I just dropped $20 on VC. I better win. It's the mentality. Or else I'm not spending any money again. Crackheads. So they sell you the high of winning. And then those that don't spend, they put them against people that do spend, who has an increased odd of winning no matter what you do, so that they make them want to spend. I'm cool. Not a crackhead. Like I said, I'm not even spending money on a bitch. You tripping. All right, let me take you out, girl. You ain't got enough money to take me out. You right, I don't. Because I'm not going to deal with that shit. I'm not going to deal with that shit. Now, you ain't got enough money to. You right. I'm not even going to argue with you, bitch. You right. Because outside of water, pussy is abundant. What am I paying for some pussy for? I still drink tap water. I will fill up a water bottle quick with some tap water. $5 for some Fiji. You can suck my dick. No? The fuck? I live in Chicago. A big ass lake is right there. What you mean ain't no fresh water? It's one of the Great Lakes. You know why it's called a Great Lake? Because it's a huge body of fresh water. $5 for some water? I'll fucking drink Lake Michigan water first, straight at the beach, before I pay $5 for a fucking bottle of water. But once they know they could do something, they could charge you something ridiculous for something that's abundant. Like, I'm not, bitch, what? How much? What you talking about? I can't afford you. Man, what the fuck are you? Bad decisions? Can't afford bad decisions. You right. Not even gonna argue with you. Can't afford no bad decisions. Motherfucker be tweaking. Now she lonely. It is we gonna get the same results. You know, we gonna watch. You know, Sony trying to monopolize the market for their video game. You can only buy from us. Type of shit. No physical copies means that you can only buy games from the PlayStation Store. And because you can only buy games from the PlayStation Store, they're going to try to push a stupid price. We're going to start paying internet prices for PlayStation Plus. I might let Sony die with this console. Sony will die with me with this console. You know? So I can't even say I'm gonna buy more games for this console. You ain't got no choice but to buy video games through the PlayStation market. That's why Microsoft, like, even though we may stay with digital, we're going to turn our Xbox into a gaming PC. So therefore, you still have access to Origin, you have access to Steam, you have access to the Microsoft Game Store. That's options. I'll go with the options because I have the option of shopping around for a better price. And it's just facts. No, they want to become your only supplier. So, because they're the only place to buy games, they're gonna be like, you might as well just, pick up a service like it's Netflix, and they're gonna charge you XYZ amount for PlayStation Plus. You're gonna lose games, you're gonna lose this and that. They're gonna try to sell you the games that they just took. They're gonna get you addicted. No, this is the dangers of that shit. Let's say I put how many hours I got in this game. I got 411 hours in City Skyline. They're like, oh, he been playing that game a lot. Remove it from the Play Store. Remove it from PlayStation Plus. Then charge him full price for a game that's been out 10 years because he got 411 hours in it. He's going to buy it. Or else risk losing all his gameplay data, all them hours put in and invested. He'll lose it if he don't buy the game. See what I'm saying? They'll feed you a little bit, get you addicted, and then remove it from there and charge you full price because they know you're addicted already. And there's nowhere else for you to buy. You can't go to GameStop. You can't buy it used. You can't go anywhere else and buy it used or cheaper. Stay away from free-to-play games, y'all. Stay away from games that charge you to win. There's no way. I played 2K for 20 years and can't play 2K at all. I only play on casual. I'm not playing on any simulation, nothing. Because simulations, you have no control over a simulation. Play on casual. They put the control back in your hand. Don't be crackheads, y'all. Gaming addiction is bad. To be aware is to be alive. GG. Good game, Gab Game. GabGames.com. Talk about it.